Hello, hello. Whoop. It's better. It's better. There's a little piggy. A little piggy who has no interest in me. But that's okay. Hello, everybody. We'll give it a moment for folks to join in. Thanks so much for hanging out with us a bit today. It is, in case you can't tell, a gorgeous day here at the sanctuary. I actually walked out of my house with a sweatshirt on a little bit ago. I was like, don't need that. It's gorgeous. Though now the pigs have walked away. They're busy. They got stuff to do. So, yes, thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you all just admire the view of the sanctuary as I pick this up and go find us some more pigs. But I am Lauren, flying solo with some of my dear pig friends today. So hopefully we will not have too much chaos. But with the pigs, you never know. Is that right? Is that right, Mario? Mario never has chaos. Mario is perfect. Mario is a perfect pig. There he is. There he is. Hi, handsome. What you doing today, bud? What you doing? Yeah, that's the camera. Yep, that's the camera. Yeah, you can knock it over, but I won't. Oh, yep, you can move that around. It moves the camera. This is what happens. I have to enlist help from the animals if I don't have anyone to help me with the camera. And they don't have the best control of the camera angles. One moment. Fix something here. There we go. Mario, you're gonna give the people motion sickness. You're gonna give the people motion sickness. But there we go. So everyone, I hope we are all having a lovely, lovely day. I know it is kind of funny that Mario is the one who's like, I got this, guys, don't worry, I got the camera, it's all good. Because I'll talk a little bit about how he came to be here at the sanctuary in a moment. You see, we also have some friends behind us. The sheep are out there. We've got, let's see, who's over there? Lena's over there, and Stuart's over there. So it's a really nice day. Those guys are just chowing down on some nice green grass behind us over there. So thank you all for joining us. I see Mark is here. I see Sherry is here. I'm sure we got a whole bunch of our regulars here. Some of you who I've actually seen around the sanctuary recently, which is super awesome. Because, folks, as you may be aware, we are doing some tours now. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So it's been really fun to see you all here in person, as well as, I guess, you seeing me and Kaden virtually. It is quite windy today, so, you know, we got the microphone on here, but my apologies if there's a lot of background noise. We'll just work with that. Let's go follow my buddy. Oh, wait. Also, Audrey is being super cute, so we're gonna have to pop over here. Is this a cute pig? Is there a cute pig over here? Is there a cute piggy over here? Oh, as I get stuck in the mud. Is that a cute piggy? Hi, Audrey. What you doing, girl? You just having a little rest? Yes, we are. What a good girl. So yes, the pigs are hanging out here. That was Mario. This one is Audrey. There are a number of other pigs who live in this field. Regina was on the screen when we got started, but my dear friend Regina is not the most social of the pigs, so she's not really going to want to hang out with us, which is fine. These two are both really sweet, really sweet pigs. Hey, Audrey. You can be a little bit of trouble sometimes, my love. Audrey can be a little bit of a handful sometimes, but maybe now do we just want belly rub? Is it the belly? Oh, maybe not. No, she kind of turned her head in a way that's like, oh, maybe she's not interested in the belly rub, which is fine. We can just admire her. And it is kind of funny, yes, that Mario, who is now coming up behind the camera, so if things take a sudden jolt, that would be my dear friend trying, yeah, I know, you're very good at camera operating. Yes, you are. it's the way that they came to be here at the sanctuary. We can flip around to see what Mario's up to. Here he is. Oh, well, we can see Mario's ear. But what a good ear. Hey, bud. Here you go. There he is. Yeah, handsome pig. Yeah, what's funny about them when Mario and Audrey specifically start playing around with cameras and angles and things is that they were involved in the making of a movie, just as the, stars of the movie, not as the crew. And Mario, at least as far as I had been able to see, was not in the movie, but my dear Audrey, the one who's laying down here, was. And the movie is called The Last Pig, and it's about this guy named Bob Comus, and it's about the last year or so of Bob stopping his pig farming business. Because Bob had been a pig farmer for like 10 years or so, and he got into it, not from like a history of farming in his family or anything like that, but he got into it because he found out about the way that most pigs are raised, which is in these industrial settings where you have like thousands of pigs in a barn and they're all crammed in there, and it's a short, painful, and boring, to put it one way, boring life for them. And Mario's like, I don't like to talk about this. This is my bum. This is my bum. And I don't know why, they for some reason decided to come into this little narrow area here. So, whatever. Hey bud, do you want a belly rub? He might want a belly rub. And so Bob had his pig farm. Oh, a good yawn. Yeah, it's a good yawn. Bob had his pig farm for about 10 years, and it's really fascinating. Like, he is a wonderful speaker and writer. So to hear or read him talk about his experience and kind of his mental journey of, by giving these pigs a life that's, sorry, hold on, pig yoga. There you go. There you go. Now you got your bum down. He wanted to raise his pigs in a way that they could be pigs and do pig stuff, like dig around in the mud and play in the water and nap and like cuddle up with their friends and all that kind of stuff. But in the end, Bob's still a pig farmer. And the pigs are going to live with Bob until they're about 6 months old. And then, the way Bob put it is that for 6 days out of the week, he's the pig's companion and their guardian and their friend. And then one of those days out of the week, he will take a handful of the pigs off to the slaughterhouse and come back with an empty trailer. And so just his trying to navigate his actions and his writing on that is really fascinating. And he eventually decided, nah, this isn't okay what I'm doing. This is not a good thing that I'm doing. It is not the right way. Basically coming to the conclusion that, we're having sound issues. Hold on a second. Oh, better. Okay. Yeah, sorry if there's sound issues. Let me just make sure that things are fully plugged in. Whoop, there we go, yeah. Definitely feel free to let me know if anything's kind of funky. Though, there is a bit of a lag between when you will see something and say something and it gets to me, but that's okay. But yeah, Bob eventually decided that there's no right way to do a wrong thing, and he decided to give up his pig farm. And so the movie, which again is called The Last Pig, is about him going through that process and kind of how that goes for him. And it is beautifully shot. Bob's old farm is maybe an hour and a half from here. So if you have been around, if you are in the Hudson Valley area or you've been around here, you know how absolutely beautiful it is in this area, like year round. So it's a wonderful looking documentary, but it does really, get into what Bob was up to and why he was doing it, and how, however the pigs are raised, in the end, everyone ends up at a slaughterhouse. And yeah, but now these guys have been here for, what's it been, man? How long's it been? It's been a good long time. 6 years? years? Almost 7. No, it's almost 7 years. Because they're about 7 years old now, and they came to us in late 2014. So they're like middle-aged pigs, these two. They are in good health. They're doing really, really well. And yeah, they've got their friends who are all somewhere else, but also Audrey just farted. I don't know if that got picked up on the camera, on the microphone. I swear it wasn't me. I kind of hope that got picked up. Audrey farted. And yes, they are dozing away. Pigs sleep a lot. A pig is pretty much always like sleeping or eating or digging around to find something to eat or something fun to play with. So, for sleeping, it might be like 14 or 16 hours a day, which, you know, a lot of that happening at night, but also during the day, just taking little snoozes. Especially on a day like today when the sun is out, you can just lay out and you got a nice cool mud, kind of dirt underneath you. It's a little bit drier over here. The mud's mostly all behind us in the big field. But it's just a nice place to snooze. Close to your best buddy. Almost touching your best buddy. Because Mario and Audrey are best buddies. They've lived together pretty much their whole lives. And, so definitely when it's cold, the two of them will cuddle up with each other, and it's, like, super cute. But... You're like, you called me out for farting. That's kind of rude. I'm sorry, love. Alright, I think Mario is probably good for a belly rub, so I'm gonna flip this back around, and we'll say, oh, look, it's me again, hello. So I can aim this way and see what my buddy thinks about a belly rub. Let's just get you in the camera first. Oh, there's a good boy. May I interest you in a belly rub, sir? May I? Where's your belly? Oh, are we rolling over? Are we rolling over? A little bit. A little bit. Oh. What a cutie. Yeah, you're a cutie. Yes, you are. What's this? And look, got all this stuff on you. I'll hold this up. Where's the camera? Oh, there we go. These little doodads are kind of all over the place right now. Which makes the sanctuary look kind of funny. If anyone knows what these little doodads are or where they're coming from, feel free to take a guess, because it is the sign of something that's really great if you're a goat. And speaking of goats, they are also going by in the background over there. Oh boy, it's a party over there. Hi, goats. Everyone's just enjoying the day. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. And of course, if you've got any other questions or anything, feel free, ask away. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything, because... oh, thank you, Courtney. Thanks so much for watching and everything. Oh my gosh, yes. If you could watch pig belly rubs all day, how about give pig belly rubs all day, huh? Oh, hi, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, why are you out there and everyone else is in the field? I don't know what that was. I don't know why she was separate from the rest of them, but that's okay. So yeah, I wanted to hang out with the pigs specifically today, not just because pigs are wonderful animals, and it's just like, I just wanted an excuse to hang out with the pigs and give a belly rub to the pigs, you know. But I wanted to hang out with them specifically. A little truck. There we go. Because, as you probably know, Earth Day is this week, and we are going to be having a special virtual sanctuary on Thursday this week for that. But just to give a little preview of things to think about. Did you hear something? Did you hear something? Is someone else coming? Oh, there's another pig over there. That's all. So to think of these animals. And it's nothing against them personally. Of course, you know, we love these guys. But there are some problems that come from having these animals in the world, just like there's problems that come from human life in terms of pollution and environmental impacts and all. And with the pigs specifically, one of the challenges that comes from the farming of pigs, beyond just, you know, the actual treatment of the pigs and the treatment of pigs as commodities rather than individual beings, is that somebody poops a lot. Guess who somebody is? It's you. You poop a lot. He's not paying attention to me. He's not paying attention at all. What a good boy. Like, whatever. You talk about Audrey farting. Talk about my poos. Whatever. Because, I mean, pigs are not small animals, right? And, you know, food comes in, food goes out. Everybody poos. The pigs themselves are actually really clean about their own bathroom habits, though. So they will choose areas in their field and designate them as, like, the bathroom spot. And so, like, for example, where we're sitting right now, not the bathroom spot. This is a spot where a lot of times they'll get fed, or also if we're doing health checks on the pigs and all, we'll bring them into this smaller area. So we can kind of look at them more individually without worrying about, you know, other nonsense from the other pigs. But there is a bathroom area right next door. I don't know, do you all want to see pig poo? I'm going to leave that up to you all. If you want to see pig poo, I can show you some. There's a bunch right over there. But, yeah, they designate their bathroom spots. And then that's where they're going to go to do their business. Because a pig's favorite thing to do, other than sleep, is to dig around and find things to eat. And then actually, like, also eating things too, of course. But if you're digging around in the mud, and you're digging around in your field looking for things to eat, you don't necessarily want to dig into a big old pile of poo. Right? That would be, like, gross to stick your nose in. You know, that would not be fun. And so they go and they do their business somewhere where then they're not going to, like, dig around so much and look for food. And they're definitely not going to poo or pee inside their house, because that's, like, extra gross, you know? Unless it's, like, the middle of a blizzard or something, in which case, like, oh well. If it were me and I had to go outside to do my business, I wouldn't want to go outside and do that, either, if I had an outhouse or something. But that's okay. You can do that sometimes. No problem. So, with these guys, we don't really worry about their poo too much, because, like, in this field, there's 8 pigs, and they all have a lot of space to roam around, and they have several different bathroom spots, so, you know, it's nothing too much. The poo will break down over time, and, you know, it acts as fertilizer, and actually, it's very funny, the gardens the pigs will grow. Because we feed them a lot of fruits and veggies, and the fruits in particular will have different seeds in them, you know? If you eat a tomato, you're eating the seeds that come along with the tomato too. Or these guys, like, when they eat a pumpkin, we'll just, like, literally give them whole pumpkins, and they'll break into them and bang them around and throw them around, and of course eat them, and they eat the seeds, and of course the seeds go through the body, and they get pooed out the other end, and so they plant these little gardens all over their fields, and I will tell you, those plants grow really, really well. They are very well fertilized, and it's very fun, the different plants that they will have growing, and then, they will come then around and eat what's growing in their garden as well. They're not necessarily patient about it. I think we end up eating a lot of green tomatoes. Is that right? Maybe, yeah. It's all good, though. Yeah, so for here at the sanctuary, not so much of a concern of what happens with their poo. When we do clean out their houses, that goes out back to the compost pile. But again, in the case of the pigs, that's going to be mostly just straw and dirt, because they are dirty and they bring the dirt in. But then, yeah, it all goes out to the compost pile. But when pigs are kept on farms, in that situation, oh, actually, before we go too far, I see we have a question about the pigs. Are the pigs animated or are they eternally chill? Oh, I love that question. If I had to say any of the animals were eternally chill, I would say that's the cows, except not Benjamin. Pigs are, they have their different moods. Like, some of the and they have their difference even between different individual pigs. Like, you've got some pigs that are just like super chill all the time. Like, Jasmine is pretty chill. If you've met her, she is one of the biggest fans of belly rubs here. And like, you can like literally cuddle up with her yourself and lay down with her and just like hang out, and it's really cute and really fun. And yeah, she's just like, this is great. I like this. It's a good day. Good day to be a pig. And then we have some of our other friends who are a little more, wait, what was the word we used? Animated, yes. I mean, so Audrey, who was over here, she's now gotten up and walked somewhere else. I think she got tired of me bothering her sleep and pointing out when she farts. Sorry. She is generally much more excitable and like more interested in things that are going on. Like when I walked in, when I came into the field with the camera, the tripod setup we have here, she's the first one who's like, "Oh, what you got there? Can I chew on it a little bit? Can I carry it around? What happens if I bite it?" Which is fine. She doesn't mean any harm by it. This is going to be super obvious, but pigs don't have hands. So anything that they want to try to grab or touch or manipulate, they're going to use their little mouth, their big mouths for. So you got those types. You've got the cranky types, some more cranky types like Regina, who's just like, I don't really have any interest in hanging out with the humans, and that's fine. And then you got like Amelia, who is playful in kind of a bitey kind of way. So yeah, I mean it's all sorts. I mean, though, like I said, they do like to sleep, so they do have their little naps and their little chill out times. So that is nice. We get to enjoy lots of sleep. Yes, but we were talking about poo. I love to talk about gross things. We love gross things. So yeah, again, poo here, not so much of a problem. When you've got these big industrial settings, like for example, the ones that the vast majority of pigs raised in this country are born into and live on for their 6 months or so of life. Because that is by far the most numerous way that pigs are produced. Like I mentioned Bob and his 10 years as a pig farmer. In 10 years, he raised about 2,000 pigs. On an industrial scale, you can have a single barn with 2,000 pigs in it at one moment, if not more than that. At a slaughterhouse, they will go through 2,000 pigs in, I don't know, an hour or two. So, yeah, that's one of those situations where it's, it's never good for the pigs either way. But the vast majority of pigs raised in this country are in these industrial settings where they're crammed into buildings and they don't get outside and they are stuck living in filth, really, because they want to go poo somewhere that they're not going to sleep in or eat in or something, but they can't because they're penned in small groups or things, and there are like slats in the floor where their waste will fall down into, but that stuff is still there and it's still gonna have the smell and everything, and their sense of smell is incredible. That's like the main way they get around the world. So to be confined and to be trapped around your waste when you can smell it extremely strongly is pretty awful for them, as you might imagine, just even in terms of like psychologically, right? And it makes so much waste that there's a lot of pollution that will come out of there in terms of thinking like local waterways, that the waste will get into there, and there's all, you name it, and you name a gross thing and it's in this pig waste, between actual bacteria to like blood and, oh, this is awful, but sometimes there's like dead piglets that are thrown in with the waste, and yeah, that stuff gets into waterways and kills fishes in the waters, by like local rivers and all, by the millions, literally. And if you're a human who lives near there, guess what? It's in your water supply too. And so that's going to give you your own set of health problems. And it's just a mess all around. But that is what the, modern desire for eating a lot of animals creates. Because there's no way to meet the demand that currently exists without all of these problems with poo. Because they are living beings, right? They're not machines. They are living beings, and part of being a living being is pooing. Right? Stop talking about poo so much. So, that's why, again, here at the Sanctuary, we want to help people make different choices. Because if I know one thing about, like, beans, for example, which are full of protein and very delicious, beans don't poop. Am I right? Lettuce doesn't poo. Lettuce always got E. coli on it. E. coli is a fecal bacteria. Lettuce doesn't poo. It's not getting on there from the lettuce. Tomatoes don't poo. All these, they don't poo. So yeah, there are all sorts of really awesome things that you can eat instead of pigs, even in terms of like everyone's favorite bacon. Which, if you have not checked it out, we've got a fantastic recipe that we use as part of our Compassionate Cuisine program for shiitake mushroom bacon. That is like super easy. If you can handle a knife and turn on an oven, you can make this, okay? Because it's basically, you got your mushrooms, you slice them up thin, put them in the oven, I think at 375, but I could be saying that wrong, and you leave them in there until they get really crispy, just before burned, okay? If the fire alarm goes off, you have gone too far. And it's amazing. It's fantastic stuff, so you gotta check that kind of stuff out. Or if you're the sort who just wants to go to the store and buy stuff too, there's a lot of different companies that are making plant-based bacon. But yeah, that's some of the stuff we'll talk about a little bit more on Thursday. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything too much here. Oh, Mary Claire, I know, it's a terrible thing to think about, of the treatment of these animals here. When all of you wonderful beings deserve to sit in the sun and get shoulder scratches and take little naps. With his little eyes closed, he's so precious. Yeah, well, speaking of food, by the way. Oh, and also, these little doodads. I didn't see if... where's a nice, cleaner one? I didn't see if anyone guessed what the little doodads were. But if you did guess or didn't guess, they are the little flower parts from the willow trees. Which is great if you're a goat, because they are very yummy to eat for the goats. I don't know what you think of them, but yeah, we got all our lovely willow trees around here. But yes, speaking of things to eat, we've got a cooking class coming up. Yeah, the willow tree thingies. I believe the technical term for them is catkins, but I could be wrong on that. It depends on the flower structure and the way that the flowers are arranged, and it's botany stuff. We don't need to get into that. I think it's catkins, though. So yes, cooking class coming up, couple weeks. Actually in about 4 weeks or so, in a month. Next one is going to be on May 20th, and it's going to be all about cheese! Because just like the bacons and different things, there are so many plant-based cheeses out there, too. which again, some of them you can buy at the store, and that's cool, and plenty of them that you can make yourself at home too. So definitely gonna check that out. We'll put the link in the comments here for where to find that and all that. Other stuff we going on. Oh, also speaking of food, if you might recall, a little bit ago we had a partnership with a chocolate company called Trupo Treats, and they donated part of their sales to us for the sales that were made in a certain amount of time. Well, they're doing it again today and tomorrow. So if you order stuff from Trupo Treats, which we can put a link for that in too, today or tomorrow, then you can, they'll donate 25% of that to us here at the Sanctuary, and you get chocolate! So yay! And they have a whole bunch of new bars that they just came out with that are like, they're the ones that are like inspired by kind of your more like traditional non-vegan chocolate bars like Kit Kats and stuff, but they are all vegan, so definitely gotta check that out. And also they are Food Empowerment Project approved. And if you're not familiar with the Food Empowerment Project, they are a wonderful group of people who looks at food systems from a number of lenses, but particularly in terms of labor rights. So a lot, this is way too much to get into right now because I know we're pretty much out of time, but a lot of chocolate is farmed through slavery, which involves both adults and children. And so a lot of mainstream, like larger companies, for their chocolates will source chocolates from places where the chocolate is harvested by slaves. So the Food Empowerment Project does research and looks into these companies to try to figure out who's not doing that, because that's kind of not cool. It's official position. Slavery is not cool. That is not our official position. That's just me being silly and saying things in a weird way. But no, it's not good, right? So it's we want to try to think about not just the animals in our choices that we make, but our fellow humans as well, because our fellow humans are animals as well, and they're also living beings who deserve our respect. So they've got a lot of fantastic stuff on their website over there too. Food Empowerment Project. And the last thing is chronogrammies, which are the we mentioned them before, the like local awards for organizations, businesses, whatnot in the Hudson Valley region. Pop over to their website. You can vote every day. We are on for Mario. Let's make sure I remember these all this time. Can you help me, bud? We are on for Best Kids Attraction, Environmental Activist for our dear founder, Kathy, and Animal Welfare Organization. Those three. Did I get them all right, bud? I'm pretty sure I got them all right. He's just snoozing. He's out of it. Oh, what a good boy. So yeah. Super appreciative of voting and all that you all are able to do from that. So share it around, tell your friends, share the videos around, and yeah, maybe we'll see you around here soon, because we are doing our member tours, and we are not quite yet, but soon we'll have registration open for weekend public tours. So keep an eye on the social media. Look out for the newsletter. We'll have all the info for you out there. But for now, I think it's probably best that I let my big guy here get some sleep without me bothering him. Is that right? Or maybe I just need to lay down and have a nap too. I don't know. I saw my boss was watching. Colleen was watching. Maybe I'm just going to lay down and have a nap. Nobody tell on me, alright? See, this is what happens when I'm the only one here. You get nonsense. Well, so, my friends, we will see you all on Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Earth Day special. And then, just so you know, starting next week, we are going to move to having virtual sanctuaries regularly on Thursdays. Okay, because we're having some schedule changes in order to staff for weekend tours. So we'll still be doing them weekly. No worries, you're not going to miss anything. But they'll be at Thursdays at 1 o'clock. Alright, so I think that's everything. Alright, sweetheart. Say bye to the people. Alright, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.